about summer. Is summer your favorite time of year?
Yes, it is. I can do a lot of activity in summer, including travel around Vietnam and go to the beach. I also have more time to spend with my friend and family during this season, and the weather is also better than other season in the year.
What do you do in summer when the weather's hot?
Well, mostly I will spend time in the place with better weather, such as in the forest or near a big river, where the weather is cooler because there are less sunlight, or the cool air from the river will make the temperature become lower.
Did you enjoy the summer holidays when you were younger?
Yes, I did, because that time I don't have much work to do like nowadays, so I can spend time with other friends in near my house and also my neighbor. And in summer, my family always have a trip to a forest or a beach in Vietnam.
Let's move on and talk about fast food. What kinds of fast food have you tried?
Well, I've tried a lot of them, including the fried chicken or the fried potatoes, also some pizzas and hamburger. They are not so healthy, but I have to try them because that time I was in a hurry.
How popular are fast food restaurants in your country?
I guess that they are very popular because I can see a lot of them and different brands in the street of Vietnam, even some rural area. And they also have some small restaurant in the countryside.
When would you go to a fast food restaurant?
I usually visit and take a meal from the restaurant when I am hurry, or when I have some celebration such as my birthday. Sometimes we also book to bring the food to my house and eat there.
Let's talk about history. What did you study in history lessons when you were younger?
Well, we usually start with the history of Vietnam in my first class, and the teacher usually teach about the basic knowledge of the history that we will study when we grow up.
Did you enjoy studying history?
Well, actually it is a little bit boring because there are too much things to remember. But my teacher make it become interesting through the story and also some activity related to the lesson.
What period in history would you like to learn more about?
Well, I always want to learn more about the far history of Vietnam when we are still in the ancient time. For example, it is the Bronze Age of Vietnam. There are a lot of artifacts that we can find around the north.
That concludes part 1. For part 2, you will have 1 minute to prepare, 2 to answer. Please describe a neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. Your time starts now. time is up. You will now have 2 minutes for your answer. You can start.
Okay. A neighborhood that I lived in when I was young is that time I lived in a small road with a few houses and several small hotels, and that road is in the city center. It named Ngọc Hà Road. It is near the Hanoi Botanical Garden, and near my house there are a lot of the hotel hosts and also a few foreign people that book the hotel, because from my house location we can travel to most places in Hanoi. So a lot of tourists stay in that place. And the thing that I like about my neighborhood that time is because they are very friendly and kind. They are also helpful when they let my dad borrow some tools such as the ladder or paint when we rebuild a house. But however, I prefer the neighbors that I live with today, because they are more diversity, because I live near the United Nations, so there are a lot of foreign neighbors from different countries such as Korea, Japan, and also India. But when I have time, I still want to visit my own neighborhood, so I can play some games that we played when I was young.
Your time is up.
Yeah.
Let's move to part 3 and talk about neighbors. What sort of things can neighbors do to help each other?
Well, they can help each other by let the neighbor borrow some money or also the tools when they need. For example, when the neighbor needs money to pay for something that they really need, my dad lends them several money, and they will give them back after they have enough.
How well do people generally know their neighbors in your country?
Mostly they knew each other by asking the name, or in some accident, such as they meet each other in a far place, including the city, and they can know each other at the market where they buy food and vegetable, so they will know more and understand about how do they pay or talking.
How important do you think it is to have good neighbors?
In my opinion, it is very important, because a good neighbor will be a trustworthy people, so they can help you in several ways, such as help giving some advice about on our life, depend on their experience, and they also can let us borrow some money, or also their tools to do in, like, to work in our daily life. Also, they can let us borrow the car to travel.
That's all. Thank you.
I will turn this off.
Yes.